and inviting Anjali Kukreja for the talk, our international student review. So Anjali and her brother Karan actually applied through CIP, and they are pursuing their Master of Business Administration from Trinity Western University. So Anjali, welcome to our live QA, and also, thank you very much for joining us in the short notice. I don't really do these videos as marketing. Somebody joins, then I do it, but we don't really plan and do this marketing stuff out there. It's Thank you for joining and saying yes at a short notice. So Anjali, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I think it's just I think your hand has been above us. It's your insights, your blessings, your love for not only us, but like each and every student. I don't know, I think all over Canada. I think it's just a blessing to be under your shelter.
Thank you very much. Like all the students, Anjali contacted me many years ago. She was in a WhatsApp group, in a Facebook group. Her dad worked for the Ministry of External Affairs. He was posted in many countries. They were in Latin America, in Pakistan, and many other countries. And, then dad retired. They came back to India, Anjali and her brother. And I remember talking to Anjali, and she had another friend as well, Anjali as well, I think, right? Yeah, too. And you were so interested in studying MBA in top universities, but your academics were not really big, right? But I think that was back in 2019, I think, right? The first time you contacted me and then disappeared a couple of years, and then again you came back.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Go ahead.
So I was just saying that actually I had plans for the US, and I had applied to the US to many universities, and then I had contacted a number of consultants. And somehow behind the scene, I always felt I don't know if this consultant is actually providing a good service or is actually genuine on its own. But then there was always an edge because I had interacted with you, whether it was just through the Zoom call or just contacting you on Facebook, passing you a message, and you replied instantly. So that's when I realized, even after a few years later, I don't know, it was kind of destined to come back to you because I don't know, there was some, I think, a pull in terms of the way that you just interact with each student. You have a genuine care and concern. And it's not only for looking at just the general well-being of your company, but you genuinely have that concern for each and every student. And it shows through your interaction with the one-on-ones that you have, whether it's with me or any other student like I see in this call. You take it on your behalf, thinking of it in terms of this is my child, this is my student. And you give advice in terms of not just being giving the advice where okay, you can just do this and this and then you'll be good to go, but then you actually understand the reality and provide advice according to that. So at the end of the day,
Thank you. So many good words. I'm blushing. Thank you.
So
it's actually a good decision, Anjali, that are you happy with your decision to come to Canada?
I think I'm more than happy to than coming to Canada. I think I'm more happy that I joined your consultancy, and it was only through your consultancy that I could reach here, because even if I had chosen any other consultancy, I don't think there would have been a longevity in terms of continuing that relationship. So I think you're that person that's here, and I know that you'll be here not just today but years down the line. So I think it's just commendable that I don't know, maybe my past karma, but
thank you very much. To be honest, let me just show a short video. US, for all the people who are considering US, right? H-1B visa and green card is a huge challenge. So this is what is happening in the US.
Cards have hit a record backlog. Employment-based green cards have reached a backlog of 1.8 million, which means about 1.8 million immigrants are waiting for their permanent resident card for the United States. About 1.1 million of them are from India. New applicants from India will have to wait their entire lives for a green card. There is a waiting period of over 134 years.
134 years.
4 years. More than 400,000 will die before they ever get one. And during the waiting period, the immigrants are not eligible to work legally in the United States. They also cannot sponsor their parents for green cards. Moving legally to America has become next to impossible. Think about it. A waiting period of 134 years is nothing less than a life sentence.
Right. So we are blessed to be in Canada, because I have so many people from the US who are desperate to get their green card, and they are living. And one thing, information is wrong. They can work if they're already in the US and they are working, they can definitely work. But still, it really takes, because there's a cap of 7%. No country can get more than 7% of the green cards. So that is it. So how you've lived in so many countries, how did you feel about coming to Canada? What was your first impression when you first landed in Canada, right? You lived in the US, you lived in so many countries, right? So how did you feel about coming in? I think you probably felt more at home than being in India.
Yeah, that's true. I think there's a large like Indian community here in Canada as well. So you feel at home. There's no concern whether it's like this is like our small India within Canada. So I think we have our like known ones here as well, and you're able to create relationships with your friends, professors, and faculty here as well. So I think the main concern is that if you have a visa in hand and you can see that future ahead of you, that you're in good hands, you have a stable future. I think that's where Canada is a place where you know that I mean, down the line there won't be any issues regarding like jobs, employment, or having a situation where you're facing a crisis with respect to visas. So I think that is a big relief in terms of it kind of just takes all your troubles away, and then you can live happily ever after. So
like a movie, right? No, life is
yeah.
always challenges, and you've taken it very positively. I still remember, working with you on your SOP, and you mentioned, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to write. But again, life is a challenge, and we do evolve, and we do. I'm so happy to hear that you are, you already have a job offer for you in IT based on your previous work experience. So getting back to Trinity Western University, right? We work with Trinity Western University. We had many students out there. It's a great university. I'm sure many students might not be aware, but it's a beautiful university. It is in Langley, British Columbia, beautiful location. So, just a short video, if you don't mind, on Trinity Western University here. It's a short.
Established in 1962, TWU's main campus is located in Langley, British Columbia, just a short drive from Vancouver and right next to historic Fort Langley, a picturesque university town located on the banks of the Fraser River. In addition to its Langley campus, TWU offers programs through its Richmond campus, the historic Laurentian Leadership Center in Ottawa, a satellite campus in Bellingham, Washington, and the Crow's Nest Ecological Research Center located on BC's Salt Spring Island. Trinity Western is committed to providing transformational education. Focusing on the liberal arts, sciences, and professional studies, TWU emphasizes excellence in academics and research, all of which is founded upon a thriving Christ-centered community. With a focus on faith-integrated studies and hundreds of student leadership opportunities, it's uniquely positioned to offer students a vibrant life both in and out of the classroom. TWU features 48 undergraduate degrees and 19 graduate degree programs, including business administration, nursing, counseling psychology, education, worship arts, and more. It also offers continuing education and leadership development through certificate and online learning programs. Trinity Western is also...
So that was Trinity Western University. So how was your experience with Trinity Western University?
I think it's been great. It's been like a roller coaster ride since the day I arrived in Canada. So I think, first of all, like the campus, it's beautiful. And it's quite an amazing campus in terms of once I like once I applied for a master's program, I knew that I wanted a campus where, I can enjoy that 2 years off from my work, and be absorbed into this learning environment. I think with TW, you have an amazing campus. There's the infrastructure is amazing. In terms of the faculty and the admin, so we have classes where around like 30 to 35 students are present. So there's a more genuine interaction with the faculty. There's more connection with the faculty members that are there. And that's where they kind of give you that specialized service where it's not a classroom where you have 200 plus students, but there's a more deeper learning that's involved. So
yeah. So how is your, the study and work balance? For many students, right, housing is a big challenge, and finding a part-time job was a big challenge. So how was it for you? Like, how difficult was it to find a housing? Last year, things were a bit much easier. Because of the interest rates, it's become very difficult with the housing part here. Nobody wants to buy. But how did you find your housing, and how about part-time job? Was it difficult for you to find housing and part-time job?
So I think with housing, I think the best place is Facebook Marketplace. This is where you can just see whatever houses, basements, apartments are available, and you can kind of secure a location. And apart from that, like only through Facebook Marketplace was like my brother and I, we were able to get a place. Apart from that, like regarding jobs, I think if you're able to just have a CV and resume where you have like the proper keywords so that you can get filtered by the ATS system, and you can apply online through many websites, and then definitely try to create a network within Canada since you're new, whether it's interacting with your faculty members on campus or just creating new friends in Canada. I think you'll be able to create a network where you can secure a job.
Yeah. So was it difficult to you for you to find a job? How long did it take, to find a part-time job?
Yeah, so I actually was applying all over the place, but then I applied, like I saw there was a position in Amazon as well. So I applied there, and then within like, I think 2-3 weeks, I got a job in Amazon. So it was a part-time job. I'm still continuing it. And then it was from there, you just have to apply. At first, it seems a bit daunting in terms of applying to many places and when would I get. So you kind of just have to be patient and apply.
Yeah. So just a couple of weeks and you made it, right? Yeah. So I'm so happy. Well, so your advice to all the prospective international students who are considering Canada?
I think I know it might be difficult to be away from home, away from your parents, but at the end of the day, like I realized that only when you're away from your home, you'll be able to learn new skills, whether it's cooking or doing your laundry, being independent. And I think that's the way to go. You just need a bit of courage, perseverance, and an understanding that there's a good future ahead of you. Trust in God. And then once you have Gautham sir with you, then you'll be flying.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I talked to Anjali's dad, and it's been a long journey with her and like many other students, but some are very special. And especially, I was really touched with Anjali and Karan because they grew up out of India. Then they came to India for a few years. They studied the masters and they worked for a few years, but they are global citizens. And I really wanted them to be successful and, make a career. So, well, Anjali, thank you very much. I actually met Anjali and her brother and many of our international CIP students in Vancouver. We had a get-together party earlier this May, and Anjali, she actually gave me a Bhagavad Gita, which is on my desk. Thank you very much. And this was actually my first Bhagavad Gita. Thank you.
All of the time.
Well, I wish you good luck, and you have excellent English skills. So we just calculated Anjali's CRS score. She is at 499 without completing her 1 year Canadian work experience, because she had, so guys, remember Canada has a point-based system. If you have work experience back from home, good English, master's, right? She's getting a master's, so $499, and she will get her invitation after completing her studies, 30 points for master's, and she will get her invitation under the FSW. And she also got a job as an IT professional, so she might get her BCPNP as well, and also invitation under the targeted draw. So all in one, it's only a question of time for you. And good luck with your studies, and hope you can graduate without any surprises. So please stay focused in your last lap of your studies. And thanks again for all your kind words. And I'm so happy to have, high caliber students like you. I loved your English. Wish I could speak. I grew up in Eastern Europe. I speak Russian and Ukrainian. But, it's so good to hear you here in the Zoom where you started your journey with CIP, and congratulations for all your success and for working hard. So thank you very much, and give my regards to your father and Karan.
Thank you so much,
And
Professor.
Ratish and Ratin.
Yeah.
Okay,
Definitely.
but thank you very much.